Hello and welcome to this short video outlining the co-curricular opportunities that are available at OSH that relate to debating, and specifically the Model UN competition with which we've entered on a number of occasions. Now, senior debating and Model UN has been part of the OSH programme for a number of years. We've had students enter regional competitions for Model United Nations, regional competitions for debating. We've even had one group who've managed to make it all the way to the European finals in Tbilisi in Georgia a few years ago. But what we've decided to do for the forthcoming year is to formalise all of these different activities into a new society, which is called the Debating Society. Now that will be led by the inaugural presidents of the Debating Society, which are Noah Mosley and Zaina Yunus of currently Year 12 going into Year 13. And what they'll be doing is they'll be passing more information about that from September, about its format. And particularly if we are going to be back in school full time, and as the intention is, then it would be a great opportunity for people to meet and to discuss the current affairs that are currently being very prevalent in society right at this moment, and it would give students the opportunity to discuss those current affairs in a mature environment. It would also help students develop those critical thinking competencies that employers and institutions are looking for. We want to combine that with our Model United Nations competitions as well, so we'd be looking for people as part of the Debating Society to also represent us in Model UN competitions. Now, how it's been working during lockdown is we've had Zaina and Noah who've been setting questions. We've been trying to run them remotely, and we've had students get involved and contribute their thoughts across a number of different questions. So one that we did back in April was the government right to delay the introduction of lockdown measures to prevent the spread of COVID-19, and we got a real array of different ideas, and students were encouraged to read around the topic area and make sure that their decision was informed. It's important that we teach as well as giving a platform for people to speak about how to debate effectively, how to make sure that your arguments are effective, and what I would suggest that you do if you are interested in this particular co-curricular opportunity, that you also look at the thinking skills video that's been advertised on the induction materials. So why get involved? As I've already said, it's really important to develop that critical thinking competency, because it's something that you'll have to develop over the course of not just the next few years of education, but the next few years in which you're in a workplace environment. If you're specifically interested in certain career pathways, so you might be interested in doing an undergraduate degree in politics or international relations or law, then doing debating outside of lessons and being part of a debating society would give you the confidence to articulate your views on current affairs that you'd be expected to know about in those specific undergraduate degrees. Likewise, if you're looking to do competitive applications for things like degree apprenticeships or Oxford or Cambridge or medicine or veterinary science or dentistry, then you need to showcase that you're not just scientifically or academically minded, but that you've got the key competency of being able to communicate your ideas effectively and defend your viewpoint. And in interviews for all of those competitive fields, you'll be challenged, you'll be put on the spot, you'll have material that you'll have to respond to, and if you do debating, you'll gain that confidence when you're trying to articulate your points. And it seems to be very clear that those students that invest time in critical thinking and debating skills are more successful in those competitive applications. So if you are interested in this, there's obviously going to be the Debating Society that's going to be advertised in September, but you might want to get ahead with this. And what the Debating Society have done is they've posed a question that is quite current in terms of the debates that you can see on social media, and it's on whether or not Churchill's statue should be removed from Parliament Square. Now, the responses that we've got so far from our internal students are overwhelmingly that it should not be removed from Parliament Square, but we want you to make a judgment that's informed, and we've given you some reading that you can have a look at as part of the selection when you're submitting your responses. If you use that link that's on the screen now, you can submit your ideas, your thoughts, but we'd ask you to consider making sure that your point is supported by specific arguments. So if you've got any questions about this, you can contact myself and I'll be able to answer. And likewise in September, Noah and Zaina will be passing information to you, and hopefully this is something that you can get involved in. Thanks very much for listening and watching.